Hey, my name's Jack Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got some more good news for people. We've got more lenders that have cut rates, 8 in total here. And a lot of lenders have been cutting rates over the last few days, and that's down to the fact that tomorrow it's very likely that the Bank of England is looking to cut rates. So the reason they do this early is tomorrow when the Bank of England cut rates, that will be the news. Sky News, BBC, Financial Times will be talking about that. But what you've got to see it from is that banks and lenders, they want the marketing buzz from this. So if they announced it tomorrow that they're going to cut rates, they would be lost in all the news about the Bank of England. So they're getting out early. They're confident, they're certain that the Bank of England is going to cut rates. And also, there's other indications and other factors that go into where they set their rates. So this year hasn't started with lots of positive news. We've had mortgage rates going up with lenders. In fact, in the last week or so, we've had NatWest and Nationwide that have increased mortgage rates, and people have said that on the videos. One day you say rates are going up and one day you say rates are going down. That's often true because different lenders are doing different things. The market has been quite volatile recently as well. So before we jump into who has cut rates, can you do me a quick favor? We want to get to 50,000 subscribers as soon as we can. We're nearly at 37,000. Smash subscribe and hit that bell notification. If you're new around here, we give you property news, property education every single day. So that's a great reason to subscribe. And let's get some more views on this actual video. How do we do that, you ask? Very straightforward. Smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that's what pushes content out to more people. So, why are rates dropping? Well, even before the Bank of England, there's a rate that you've got to really take into consideration, and that's called the SONIA swap. Now, we borrow from banks that we think are huge, but they borrow from bigger banks. So, for argument's sake, we're talking NatWest. NatWest will borrow from a bigger entity, and they borrow, and the rate that they get is determined by the SONIA swap rate. Now, with all the carnage that's going on in the world, with trade wars, with the budget that's not gone down well in the UK, the outlook on the economy, the unemployment isn't looking great. So the outlook on the economy is we're so close to a recession. I don't understand how we haven't quite got into one yet. Unemployment's rising. Cost of living has been brutal for everybody. And the swap rates have looked at that and said, look, these rates are going to go down. And so they have gone down because they want to stimulate the market. They are forecasting inflation to drop eventually and that the Bank of England is going to do multiple cuts. So they cut their rates to lenders like NatWest and people like that. So NatWest and Nationwide, even with that, they decided to put their rates up this week, but not everybody did. So let's look at who's cut rates. First off, we've got Co-op. Now, these rates are either live right now or will be by Friday of this week. So what I would suggest is if you can't find these lower rates or you need more details, go and speak to a broker. Speak to a broker that has access to the whole of market. They will get details on when these rates will be active for that particular lender. Now, Co-op isn't doing much, but they have dropped and they've gone down by 0.1%. So not much from them, but if you're doing a refinance with them or a remortgage or a buy-to-let, still makes a difference, right? Especially if you're borrowing a large sum of money. So that's Co-op. TSB, same. So TSB is doing the same, down 0.1%. Nothing too much there. Let's look at some of the other ones. Santander, now this one's good. And so Santander have stated in a press release that they will be cutting rates this week by 0.28%, more than 0.25%, more than we're expecting the Bank of England themselves to cut. So that's positive news, and that will go on a lot of their products. You'll have to look at the end of the week where they sit. A lot of them just say, we are cutting rates and by this much. in their press releases. So as days and weeks go on, we'll understand what their better rates are. I'm not going to do a mortgage roundup video this week because the rates that are there online now are not the rates you're going to get. You're going to get a better rate. So there's no point in doing it. I will hold off until next week to see what actual rates you get. But Santander, you should definitely check them out. Accord Mortgages, part of Yorkshire Building Society, they have dropped their rates by 0.25%. So exactly what they're expecting the Bank of England to do there. So they're good on buy-to-let mortgages. If you've got a buy-to-let, go and check them out. Halifax, these guys have dropped more than anyone here. And so Halifax are dropping 0.3% down. That's decent. That's more than the Bank of England's going to cut. And so, yeah, another good option there. Yorkshire Building Society, part of Accord, have said they are going to cut. They haven't said how much, but they have let people know. And that's important to know that, because if you're in the process of an application, you might just slow it down just to see what actual rate you end up on. But it's good to know that that's coming as well. Coventry Building Society. These guys are pretty competitive. And they're dropping 0.27%. And when I do my roundups, Coventry are fairly frequently in amongst the mix of as one of the best, cheapest, affordable lenders out there. So go and have a look at them. Not all of these companies you'll see on price comparison sites. And so it's important sometimes when you also speak to a broker, check that they have the whole market, all of the lenders, and highlight to them, can you tell me what rates you can get with so-and-so? They will get you the best rate normally, but sometimes a little nudge and tell them where you want to look will help stuff. So Coventry is definitely a good option. Who else have we got? Barclays. And so Barclays have got a bit more detail here. Barclays are dropping 0.25%, like quite a few of these. The rate that they're going to have for 85% loan to value. This is important. If you've commented on one of my recent videos saying some of these deals that you've got, the best deals are when you've got a 40% deposit or 40% equity, you're right. Those are normally the best deals. Barclays have given this detail out on an 85%, meaning you need 15% equity if you're remortgaging, or a 15% deposit. So that does help a lot of people. And that rate that they're putting out is 4.79% with fees of 899. So the fees are dropping as well, below £1,000. They have another option on this where there are 0 fees and the mortgage is 4.99%. So this is good. It shows that we might, can't say for sure, but we might be at the beginning of a price war, which is a bit earlier than expected. As what's happening in the market right now is the market is busy. Estate agents are busy. They have lots of transactions that are trying to complete by the end of March before the stamp duty increases on April the 1st. So there's a flurry of activity. However, lenders now already would have started to see a slowdown in new applications. And that's because people going to an estate agent now, or if you see something on Rightmove, you're probably aware that you're unlikely to complete before that stamp duty increase. So business will start to slow down for lenders and estate agents once all this flurry of activity is gone. What we expect to happen then around the springtime, which isn't that far away, this will all happen quite quickly, is as the market slows down, these lenders, like they look like they're starting already, will need to get more competitive like they did last summer in order to get your business. And that's good. And that will keep the market going, stimulate the market, and be a positive thing. So great news. 8 lenders already cutting rates. You'll see tons more doing it. If you've seen one that I haven't covered, do comment below, because that helps everyone that watches the channel. There might be other lenders, maybe NatWest has reverse course now and Nationwide have done that. Do let us know in the comments below. Do smash like, do subscribe and hit that bell notification, and check out all the other content on the channel, including this video right here.